Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Captain Hook, Tree Climbing. Thank you so much for all the support, for all the good feedback I've been getting from you guys. Really appreciate it. I couldn't thank you guys enough. I'm so grateful for all of you. And today I'm back with a track lift video. So I don't know if you guys are too fond of these videos or not. Please let me know. But I definitely have a lot of good stuff in here. A lot of big rigging, tons of wisteria cutting, which isn't so much fun to watch, but some of them are like speed ramped. Some of the portions are speed ramped, and there's a little bit of music in there. And I tried to work on the video, put as many elements as I could throughout. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So this tree is it's a giant. It's an absolute giant. It's got to be about, I would say, at least 45 dBH, man. At least at the very minimum. The base of the tree is an absolute monster. That stump is such a beast, such a beast. All the leads that are coming off right off the base are just enormous, all of them. And the wisteria, the amount of wisteria that's in this tree, it's got to be a tree in its own. And I mean, you guys are going to see throughout the video how much wisteria comes off of it and just how thick, how dense it is. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy the video here. And definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know some of your experiences with all of your vine encounters and things like that. If you've seen it worse, if maybe you've had one of these over a house that you're removing, something like that. In this scenario, we don't have too much to worry about as far as like property damage. There's not very many targets underneath. There's a fence around the tree, but that's about it. And then we just have to not cut as big so we don't hit the shed or the fence. So there are a few targets, but it was not that bad. I know that you guys got some horror stories with some trees with vines in them. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'm just gonna roll that intro now. Alright, so the music is done with now. I hope you guys like that little clip there. So yeah, here we are just doing a little bit more of the same thing, man. Just dropping some big logs there. Well, not too big, just well, actually in comparison to the rest of what I was cutting at, that thing was small. But yeah, check out that chafer. That was pretty cool there, huh? Yeah, so Johnny's cutting that from the bottom. And look at that thing. Long. Very long. And so yeah, this uprooted cedar here is, well, it's kind of strange. I don't know what to think. Did the wisteria come up from the neighbor side on some part of the tree, or could this cedar have introduced all that wisteria? So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Still trying to figure out why they let this thing go so wild. It's wild, right? It really is. Alright, so now the cedar is free. Well, not technically, no, it's not free because of all the wisteria. And you're gonna see how thick some of these vines are. Wow, it's incredible. Like, check this out. Alright, so I'm digging in here. Look at that. Look how thick they are. Wow. Okay, so that was a maple bench because there was a dead hanger in there. But man, look at that. There's so much. Look at that. Wow. And this is everywhere. This is throughout the entire tree. And so I'm just trying to get on the opposite side of that cedar tree to try to remove as many of those vines as possible. And so yeah, very surprisingly, we were able to free that cedar easy. It was not hard at all. It wasn't difficult. And check this top out. This top right here. Wow. Huge top. Oh my gosh. It must have been at least a third of that whole thing. Like a good, I don't know, 30 feet, something like that. Because this tree was tall, man. It was no slouch. It's a big tree. And check this limb. Oof. Alright, so I'm gonna head back up. We'll grab this block here. It's a 5-foot block with a Rock Exotica Omni swivel. Or did I say 5-foot block? This is a 5-foot whoopee sling. Yeah. Look at that pocket of decay. Beautiful. We're rigging off of it. So yeah, that whole log just came all the way down to the next crotch, and we're gonna rig that big piece now. So we weren't going light, man. The rigging operation here was serious. Alright. Get that in there, close it up. Kind of love that swiveling sheath there on the block. And it locks and plays it. It's just really good. It's very easy to use. Very, I don't know how to call it. It's just very simple to use because opening and closing the block is not difficult at all because of that little button that you push. And it's really simple, man. It's 2 clicks to open, 2 clicks to close. And that's how you know it's secured. it's not going to open like some other blocks would. There's some blocks that have like a spring-loaded pin, and those pins are known to come undone. Not regularly, right? But they do come undone. And so yeah, back to the video. That last log, if you guys were paying attention to it, was massive. It was really big, and it had a big branch on it. A big long branch on it. So here goes the big logs. These are the big ones. Alright, so now we're gonna just correct this. Yeah, and that safe block, now it's correct. Yeah, that's how it looks. And it's very simple to fix, as you guys saw. So if you're using a safe block, and that happens to you, you don't know how to undo it without taking your rope all the way out of the safe block. Or if you've been fixing your safe block by taking the rope all the way out, you don't need to. All you gotta do is just turn it around. Give it a little spin. Yeah, baby. That log. Massive. Alright, so Johnny is going to finish cutting this log down. Look how long it is. Look how long it is. Alright, so Johnny is going to do it from right there. I'm going to help him install his friction saver here.
Okay.
Alright, there it is. Alright, and I'm going to give him the 461 so that yeah, so now he's going to cut it there, notch it and everything.
Yeah, you're all the way through on this side.
Look at it. The log on the ground there, it's at least like 10 feet, it's like around 15 feet away from the trunk, the base of that tree. Look at it. Boom. Whew. Wow. Alright. Look at that. And these limbs, they weigh so much more. Like, their weight is multiplied because of the wisteria. The wisteria is so heavy on there. And because it's so dense on top of that. So like the vines will make it heavier, but then how dense it is also matters. It's just like a really cool tree, and I was just so glad to be able, to have the opportunity to cut such a tree down, because we don't normally see trees like this, man. So I'm gonna cut this one against the lean here, and it's gonna be a big one. We're gonna send it big. Try to free it up here. Yeah, look at those pretty petals there. They're like lavender color, light pinkish. And this was throughout the whole tree, so it made it look really nice. Yeah, this tree had to come down, yeah. I mean, maybe it could have stayed up, but I don't know. I don't think the customers or the clients wanted to deal with this type of a tree for any period of time. It was just a lot to get it pruned every so many years. Yeah, this thing was getting really big. And in Jersey, we get some really big silver maples, but for them to be this big, You don't really see them that big. At least not in South Jersey, where I was. Wow, look at this. This is crazy, man. Can you imagine climbing this? Alright, so we've come down about 10 to 15 feet here. And just trying to get that tag line on a good angle there. Yep. So like the notch, especially on cuts like this one, they matter a lot. You know, always make sure that your notch is like perfect. There's no bypass, and you know you've got corners in there. Yeah, nice clean notch, no bypass, and it just gives that holding wood, you know, it allows the holding wood to do its entire job, which is to hold and give you direction. You know what I mean? Not to veer off to one side or the other. And in this case, to just break off and come at me. So, yeah, it really does matter. The box matters in this situation a lot. Or the notch, I should say. All right. Alright, so I think for this log we didn't put a rigging line on it. I think it's just a tag line. I might be wrong though. But if I remember correctly, this was what, back in May? I think this was a few months ago. Just working on that notch there, trying to avoid cutting too much into it. That way, when it comes time to correct it, there's not much to do. So yeah, no bypass, got it good on the first try. Just gonna make sure that I am cutting towards the center of that notch as much as possible. Alright, so if you love your ground guys, leave a like. And ground guys did a great job there. Alright, so check this out right here. we are parking the lift. We want to put it into transport mode. And if those arrows aren't aligned, then we can't move that lever to transport mode, which means we can't use the tracks to move the machine forward, back, you know, turn it, whatever. All right, so we're going to be rigging this massive log. Look at that. Whew. That thing was really heavy. Wow. So there's a bunch of redirects in there that are sharing all the weight. And I'm creating some compression throughout the tree and just trying to distribute this weight as much as possible, because the logs were just like out of this world heavy. We were really rigging heavy on this tree. And that's how we did it. We try to redistribute the weight as much as possible, create compression, try to keep the tree out of tension, which will help with any, what do you call it? You know, breaking your anchor points for your rigging lines and everything, for your slings. And yeah, you don't want anything to fail, is what I'm getting at. So the way you do that is you create compression, and yeah, your guy on the rope also has to be on point with it. You gotta let it run, man. Gotta let it run. And here we go with another big one. Alright. Letting that hinge wood do its job. And there it goes. Bam. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much, guys, for making it this far. If you made it this far, and if you haven't hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for new videos. Alright guys, so we're getting to the end of the video here, and I just want to ask you guys that if you do like the narrated videos, I mean the last video I posted, most recent one, got a lot of good feedback and is doing very well. I was so surprised, and thank you guys so much for all the feedback. I really appreciate all the love, man, really do. Thank you so much, y'all. This channel couldn't make it without you. Just let me know if you do like the narrated videos. I will continue to make them. If you don't, just let me know in the comments. Would really appreciate it. And on the next video, I think I'll give you guys like I don't know. There was some guy talking about a video where we can do something with the holy grail of SRT climbing equipment without breaking the bank. And I think I got you guys on something like that. So if you're interested in that, definitely let me know. Leave it in the comments. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.